Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're going to give folks just another moment or two to join us, and then we'll get started. Welcome. If you've just joined us, we're just giving folks a few more minutes to enter the room, and then we'll get started. All right, I think we can go ahead and get started. We may have folks join as we're going, but we'll continue to monitor the waiting room. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Rachel Morera. I am the Director of Community Engagement at Economic Alliance Snohomish County. And thank you for joining us today to learn more about the Activate Snohomish Community Grant Program. This grant is a unique opportunity to help our county prepare for and benefit from the excitement of the FIFA World Cup 2026 coming to our region. This grant is made possible through funding from the Seattle Foundation and with support from the Washington State Department of Commerce. EASC is proud to serve as the local administrator for Snohomish County. What is the Activate Snohomish Grant? This grant supports Snohomish County-based organizations and small businesses in preparing for and capitalizing on the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026. With a total of $85,000 in available funding, whether you're activating your main street, hosting a community viewing event, or making small upgrades to welcome visitors, this program is designed to boost local readiness with a focus on tourism, visibility, and economic opportunity. There are two tracks for this grant. Track A is designed for community serving organizations and municipalities. Think of things like themed community events, corridor enhancements, neighborhood flag installations, or creating a tourism map showcasing local businesses. If your project fosters community pride and visibility, this track is for you. Track B supports small businesses, especially those in sectors likely to see increased tourism activity. These grants can help pay for improvements to prepare your space for visitors, themed marketing materials, pop-up displays, or staffing for special events. It's a flexible way to boost your visibility and help ready your business for this historic event. Let's review some key dates. The application portal is open now. It opened on October 1st, and it will close on December 1st of 2025. After committee review, award notifications will begin going out starting January 19th. Project funds will be distributed starting in February, in time to activate your plans ahead of the FIFA World Cup 26 matches in June and July. A final report on your project will be due in August 2026, with guidelines provided to you upon notification of your award. I can tell you that that report will need to include receipts, some photos of your project, and ways that we can highlight that project publicly. How to apply. The application is simple and fully online through Microsoft Forms. The QR code on your screen now will take you directly to that application portal. You'll need to provide some basic details, your project summary, an estimated budget, and explain how your proposal supports the goals of the grant program. You will also be asked to submit required documents via email, including a copy of your business license if you are applying for Track B, or a copy of your nonprofit verification if you are applying for Track A, as well as a current W-9 form for both tracks. These documents should be emailed to grants@economicalliancesc.org following submission of your application. And these requirements will be clearly detailed as you go through the application process online. And later on in this presentation, we will walk you through that online application so you can see exactly what it looks like. Please submit one application per project. How are applications evaluated? We're actively assembling 2 review committees, one for each track, that will include representatives not only from EASC, but from community partners as well. We'll use a weighted scoring rubric to ensure a transparent and equitable process. Priority will be given to projects with a clear impact and strong alignment with the program goals. Final decisions will be decided in January of 2026. If you have questions or need help at any point of the application process, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at grants@economicalliancesc.org. After this presentation, we'll also open the floor to questions. And I encourage you to scan the QR code on your screen now to visit our FIFA 26 Business Resource Hub, where you can also find toolkits from the Seattle Sports Commission and Discover Snohomish County, with additional resources and grant opportunities to be added as they become available. Before we open the floor for questions, we're going to switch over to the online application and we can help further prepare you for submitting your application. So let me switch screens here. All right, you should now see the online application portal. So we're just going to do a test run through this application portal so you can see exactly what it looks like. A few things to note off the top. The application is not timed, so you can take as much time as you need to prepare your answers. You can also go back and edit your responses. So after submitting your application, you should see a button labeled Save and Edit Later. If you need to edit one of your responses, you'll just click this button to take you back to the Forms portal, where you can open the application form again, and then click Edit Responses at the top right. So let's go through the application process. So first off, you're going to be asked to list your legal name of business or organization. For today, I'm just going to use test for each one of these because they are required to advance in the application. So you will have to enter something anywhere where you see a red asterisk. So then a primary contact person who you would like for us to follow up with in regards to the grant. contact email associated with that primary contact person. Same, a contact phone number associated with that primary contact person. Business organization address, we would prefer that this be your mailing address. A UBI number or an EIN, and again, this is required. A business license number, note that this is required for small businesses applying under Track B only, so there's no red asterisk here. It is not required if you are applying for Track A. So we will advance, and now this is where you will select which track you're applying for, and there's a reminder here of what the tracks are. So for Track A, it's the Community Activation Grant. This is for nonprofits, cities, chambers, and tourism orgs. For Track B, it is the Small Business Grant, and this is for eligible Snohomish County small businesses. So I'm just going to go ahead and select Track B for our test today. Eligibility confirmation. So to advance, you will need to confirm that first and foremost, you are located in Snohomish County. The activities funded by this grant will take place in Snohomish County. You have a valid business license or nonprofit registration. You are not a government agency requesting funds for unrelated staffing or capital projects. And you are not under investigation for misuse of funds or fraud. Advancing. This is where you'll be asked to submit a project title. Example could be insert name of your venue, watch party. It could be a tourism brochure for your downtown area. The possibilities are endless. We'll then ask you to submit a 2 to 3 sentence brief project summary, a full project description. What do you plan to do? When and where will it take place? And how and who will it reach? So please expand on your brief project summary here. What are the goals of your project? And you can select all that apply here. So is your goal to increase tourism and visibility for Snohomish County? Is your goal to host a fan activation event or watch party? Is your goal to support small business capacity and readiness? Is your goal to improve physical appearance or infrastructure? Or is your goal to promote community engagement and visitor experiences? So you can select all of those, which is unlikely, but select all that apply. How does your project support the goals selected above? So please expand on how your project supports the goals that you selected from this list here. Will any partners be involved in your project? If so, please list them in their role. So if you are collaborating with any other community organizations, any other businesses, please list those here. How will you promote your project or event to the public, tourists, or customers? So tell us how you plan to market this project. How will you measure success or impact? Will you be tracking how many visitors come during your watch party? Will you be tracking how many brochures you pass out? Please expand on how you plan to measure success or impact of your project. Advancing to the next page here, budget and funding request, total amount requested. So the max for track A is 10,000 and the max for track B is 5,000. So please enter your total amount requested here in this line. Please provide a simple line item budget, and we included an example format below. So for example, event supplies, $1,000, and this could be tents, signage, seating, marketing, $500, and please specify how you're going to market. Are you going to do flyers, online ads, radio advertising? Staffing, $1,500, temporary event workers. Advancing to the next page, and this is where we will certify. So required documents and certification. For business license track B or nonprofit verification track A, you'll confirm that the above requested document has been submitted to grants@economic-alliance-sc.org. So please send us an email with your required documents with the subject Activate Snohomish Grant Application Required Documents. And check this button here. Moving on, we'll ask for you to submit a W-9 form and select that you confirm that the above required document has been sent to that same email at grants@economic-alliance-sc.org. And you can send all of those documents in the same email with the subject Activate Snohomish Grant Application Required Documents. There's an optional question here. If you would like to submit concept images, sample marketing collateral, menus, anything that would help us better understand your project and make a decision on whether or not to fund the project. So we encourage you to submit these optional documents as well. And then certification, this is the last step. Just certify that the information provided is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge, and that you agree to use any awards funded only for approved purposes and to provide documentation upon request. So that is it. You will then hit submit, and your application was submitted. So now going back to editing your responses, after submitting your application, you should see this save my response to edit. So you'll want to select that, and it will take you back to your forms portal where it will have saved that application portal for you to then edit later. So I'll stop sharing now, and we will just have you please note that we will include these and answers to other possible questions in an FAQ sheet that we will send you tomorrow, along with a recording of today's session. So at this time, we'd love to open the floor for questions. If you could please raise a virtual hand to be acknowledged if you have any questions. I see a question from Kristen. Go ahead, Kristen.
Yes, I have a quick question about the assignment of partners. Will that be ranked on a higher score, or does that make a difference?
It won't make a difference. It's mostly for general awareness.
Thank you.
Thank you. Carrie?
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for this.
Yes.
My question is kind of just pertains to the Herald. I'm not sure if we would be putting in a request for grants for, bringing tourism into the county, and we don't really fall into track A or B because we're not a nonprofit, but not really a small business either, and what our project would include. So my question is this something we would qualify for? And if so, are we track A or B?
You would be the business track. I would encourage you to align with the track that associates with your required documents. So if it's a business license, you'd fall under the business track, or a nonprofit verification, you'd fall under the community activation track. And I would encourage the Herald to apply because we will be relying on the Herald to help promote tourism during FIFA. So
Great, thank you. And so then my other question was, so if you apply for a certain amount and that's not granted, is there an opportunity at a lesser amount? Does the committee come back and say, we didn't want to grant this much, but we can grant this?
yes, we will deliberate on that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Connie, I believe you were next. Connie, are you there? We'll move on to Frederick.
I think my last question was just answered a few minutes ago, so thank you.
Oh, sure. Great.
This is Connie. I'm back.
Hi, Connie.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We reviewed the PowerPoint that you sent over in advance, and the question is related to track A has some examples of eligible uses, and our concept is not one of those 4 bullets. Is that
Of course,
An
yes.
exam
It doesn't
is
have to fall within the provided examples. We encourage you to be as creative as possible.
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm not seeing any other questions. I think Frederick's hand
I
is
had,
still up from before, or did you
no,
have
I
another
had,
question?
yeah, I had a
Perfect.
new one. So can you elaborate more on the weighted part of how the grants are actually distributed?
I'm sorry, could you
You said that they're awarded based off of a weighted scale
Yes,
for
so
track A or track B.
yes, so I will I'll include that in the fact sheet here. I don't have the rubric right in front of me, but I will include more information on that in the follow-up email on the fact sheet for you. Any other questions? All right. Well, if there's no additional questions, I would just like to thank you for attending today's presentation. We hope to see your applications for the Snohomish Community Grant Program soon. Please check your inbox tomorrow for a follow-up email recapping the information shared here today and with links to a recording of this webinar plus additional resources. Thank you once again, and we look forward to helping your business or community org get ready for FIFA 2026.
Thank you.
Thank you all.